here is Palmeter Point, right on top of that hill over there. And this is where I think that Rainey came down, right off that point, straight down. There's a creek running on the other side of this meadow. And I just have to believe that's where she is. Now, we've looked at a few places up on top last weekend, but we haven't looked over this face of this valley right here, where all those trees are, that deep forest. And that's what we're going to do today and tomorrow. That's our mission. So this is the kind of thing we're contending with in doing our search. Some of this forest is just very deep and thick. I've kind of run into a wall of just some dense shrubbery. Yeah, well, I can see right now on the GPS that we're zagging.
We're going back.
Yeah, we're going back, but in a good, we're just above our previous trail.
Well, let me know if I get off of it.
I think we need to do it, Doug. I think you need to make a left now.
Okay.
This is right in the area where I think she ought to be. Yeah, Doug. So we're just zigzagging up the hillside toward the point. And no sign, of course, of her. It's a pretty deep, dark forest. Doug is down there. He's about 50 feet below me, maybe 100 feet. And we're contouring back and forth up the ridge, or up this canyon. Okay. We found the pack. I found, the first thing is,
Some scat also?
you see where Doug is right there? That's where I looked down from here and saw the green pack just very slightly, very faintly, like that.
Right here.
And
Can you see the pack?
then as I was walking down, I found this pack right here. Right here. And here it is. Everything's here. She's been hanging out right up here too, Doug, because here's all of her scat.
There's some right here too. She stayed with the pack.
So one pack was dropped up there. One.
In between her pack. The other pack was right here.
Uh-huh.
Look at this.
Oh yeah.
You got scat all over right here.
And here she is, looking as good as ever.
No.
Maybe she lost a little bit of weight.
There's 4 piles of scat right here. So
She's been hanging out right here.
a week right here.
And we're just below the point. I gotta find my GPS now.
This is where she was headed when those girls saw her.
I wanna mark, yeah, this is where she was headed, right toward here. Rainey, how are you? You've been gone for... Are you scared? You spooked?
Well, you got a camera. You're probably not used to that.
We're going to try to give her some water because she hasn't had any water in over a week. See if she wants some.
Some water?
Yeah.
Hang on, baby. Hang on.
Yeah, it's been at least 7 days. What does this tell us about camels?
I don't know about camels, but I'll tell you what it says about llamas.
Well, they're pretty hardy animals, aren't they?
She's like a freaking vacuum.
Good for you. You needed that. She needs a lot more, probably. I'm sure she's going to want to gobble up a lot down by the camp.
You want to give her some of yours?
I don't mind. I mean, I've had enough.
You know, we're going home.
Yeah.
I just took a drink. I'll live. I can live an hour. What do you think? That's some more. That's some more. Gosh, that's okay. Sorry about that. Good girl. Boy, they just suck it in. They don't lap it like a dog. She's just, see, look at her suck. She's sucking it right down her throat. Have you ever seen them do that? Is that how they do it?
Yeah, that's how they do it. They'll stick their head in a bucket or whatever and just like a straw.
She's just vacuuming it right down her throat. She's not even swallowing. I can hear. I don't know how it doesn't go down her lungs. You know what I'm saying? If you and I did that?
Yeah.
Right down her throat. Good girl.
She probably needs about 3 gallons to rehydrate her.
Her sides are sunk in a little bit.
Yeah, she has lost a little weight. That's for sure.
Is this typical right here?
Yeah, well, we found her. Here she is, and I was walking along. We've been zigzagging up and down this canyon, this valley, if you will, fairly steep grade, and we just zigzagged up to Palmyra Point, trying to catch a sign of anything. And as I was about 20 yards above us right now, coming across, contouring the terrain, I saw down below me about 20 yards, right where we're standing right now, one of the packs. And as I started down toward the pack, I called out to Doug, "Doug, we found a pack." And then I came upon another pack, and so I knew we had the packs, both packs. But then Doug started coming up toward me because he was down about 50 yards from me, contouring across. And he ran right into Rainey, just standing here. She's been living here for 7 days within a, what do you think, Doug, a 20-yard radius?
Maybe 40 yards max.
And just stuck here. She had a pack on her, just kind of dangling off of her. And she looks good. She's very calm. She's lost a little weight, I think, but she's fine. It's amazing. God knew where she was.
That's right. There's about a week's worth of scat within a 25-yard radius. All the gears here, it was spread around about a 25-yard radius.
And Palmyra Point is just 100 yards at the most, 50 yards up above us. Last weekend, Matthew Lee and I walked down the Hogsback Crest looking for her on both sides. We must have been within 25 to 50 yards of her and just missed her. We just missed her as we came down last Sunday. So,
and you can see the typical northwest mountainside terrain. You can't see more than, oh, hi Rainey. Moisture was easy walking.
Good girl. We're home free now.
You know what I mean? Because she would have been tangled up in it, not able to go anywhere, and just burned up all her energy. Instead, she just went, I think when it fell off, she just stayed there, wandered around. Just a theory anyway.
Well, I agree.
I figured she'd be in another county. Got on a trail and just kept walking because that's what you've been doing with her. What do you see? What do you see? Who's that? Whose butt is that? Whose butt is that? Huh? Some grass?
John!
Here. Needle in a haystack. Who's that? Who's that right there? Who's that right there?
They're sisters. So all she can do is eat.
She looks healthy, like she wasn't going...
No, she looks fine, doesn't she?
Yeah.
7 days, no water, and...
Wow. You don't think she had any water?
No, no way.
There's no water in one?
She was up in a spot where she couldn't have had any water. There's no way.
Incredible.
Yeah, the sign that she left, all of her scat, there were multiple piles. I mean, clearly a week's worth of scat within it.